ACC coaches and administrators want to make it very, very clear. We're a great conference. Not just a great conference, but maybe the best conference in college football. That's been the message all offseason. They cite numbers, beating the SEC 4 times in rivalry weekend, beating Mississippi State in bowl play, beating Oklahoma in bowl play, Heisman winners, national awards. For the first time that I can remember, this league is making a real push to get its name out there against the SEC and the Pac-12 in that national conference landscape. Game of the year is a really, really, really easy pick. It's Florida State at Clemson on November 7th. Annually the biggest game of the year in the ACC. I think this year it's one of the defining games of the entire season. Think of it this way. The loser of that game is obviously out of the playoff, but the winner for the ACC continues to move on and make a push to return to the college football playoff. It's a really, really huge game. When you think about defensive backs, you kind of think about the ACC. Think about Kendall Fuller at Virginia Tech, Jalen Ramsey at Florida State, Jeremy Cash at Duke. Here's my breakout star, Quinn Blanding, a safety at Virginia. He's the one guy in that defense, when push comes to shove, will get the job done. He's not going to win a national award this year. I think he will qualify to be an All-America this year and maybe even win a national award as a junior or a senior. The ACC does have a Heisman Trophy candidate. It's Clemson quarterback Deshaun Watson, a sophomore. There's really only 2 reasons why I'm a little bit wary about his candidacy. Number 1, he is coming off a knee injury. I saw him in June. He looked great. He said he's 100% and he's cleared, ready to go. Number 2, Clemson did lose their offensive coordinator, Chad Morris, to SMU. It's something to think about. Still, he's going to put up huge, huge numbers. I can think of 4 teams in the ACC that can reach the college football playoff. 1 is Florida State. They were there last year. They won the national title 2 years ago. I know they're young. I know they have issues, but they're still so talented. Number 2 is Clemson. Now they have to beat Florida State. They haven't been able to do it recently. If they beat Florida State, beat Notre Dame in early October, their resume is complete. They just need to win out. 3rd is Georgia Tech. They won the ACC Coastal Division a year ago. I think in typical Georgia Tech way, they feel they're still an underdog, and they probably still are being overlooked a bit. Lastly, Virginia Tech. I know it's been 3 years since Virginia Tech really factored into the national conversation. Every year they've been disappointing more and more so. Look at this year's defense. Totally vintage. One of the best I've seen in the country. Offense should be better with a more experienced quarterback. I think the Hokies have what it takes to at least compete into November for a spot in the playoff.